Hello and a warm welcome from me as well. My name is Edgar and today I will show you how you can get your tasks done faster thanks to digital workflows. Workflow, a word we have heard many times. But what does that actually mean? What is a workflow? According to ISO.org, the definition of a workflow is as follows. A workflow consists of an orchestrated and repeatable pattern of activity enabled by the systematic organization of resources into processes that transform materials, provide services, or process information. So, what? Just in case you didn't understand, like I did when I first read it, here's a simpler definition. A workflow consists of repeatable activity that process information. That's a lot easier to understand, but how does that work in practice? And how does your company benefit from this? In order to let the work flow through your company, you first have to look at what processes exist in your company. And every company has processes. For example, the process from receiving an invoice to paying it, or the process from finding a candidate to hiring a new employee, or the process from shipping to sending the invoice. The most common process that exists in every company is the vacation request. If you want to go on vacation, you must first define a date. Then you should nominate someone to represent you. And finally, your supervisor has to approve the request. A simple process that everyone knows in one way or another. But what happens if the person who should represent you says no, because he's not here himself? Then you have to find someone else who can represent you. Then the process goes a different way. But in the end, when the supervisor approves the request, the process is complete. This is an example of a simple workflow. It consists of tasks that need to be done and conditions that affect the further progress. And in the end, a goal is achieved. Another example of a workflow is the release of a document. After it is created, it is sent to the responsible employee for approval. And this is where the first decision is made. If the document has been approved, then the approval process moves on to the next step. If it is not approved, then the process goes in a different direction. This is a so-called condition. Only when the condition is met, the process moves on to the next step. In this case, the document is published and then an email is automatically sent to various recipients. After that, this process or workflow is complete. However, if the condition is not met, the process continues in a different direction. The document needs revision. It is then forwarded again for approval, and this can happen until the document has been approved. This is what is called a loop. Basically, a workflow consists of exactly these steps. Tasks that need to be done, conditions that need to be met. But there's more, for example, using external data or automatic tasks, such as sending the email. Let's have a look at how this works in ELO. For simple processes, ELO offers ad hoc workflows. Documents can easily be sent to other users for approval or notification purposes. You can create your own ad hoc workflow. First, select the document you want to forward for approval. This document is located in our repository. We would like to forward it to 2 colleagues for approval. To do this, we go to the New menu and select Create Task and then Ad hoc Workflow. Now we have different options for the workflow. We can forward the document either for approval or for notification purposes. During an approval process, users can either approve or reject a document. Notifications are intended to inform other users that a new document is available. In both cases, you can choose whether the user should receive the document at the same time, a parallel workflow, or one after another, a serial workflow. We would first like to have our document approved by Sales Director William Johnson, followed by CEO Daniel Cooper. If William Johnson doesn't approve the document, we don't want the workflow to be forwarded. This is why we use serial approval. First, we add William Johnson, followed by Daniel Cooper. We can also set a time limit. William Johnson has 2 days to complete this task. If he misses the deadline, we would like to be notified. Clicking OK confirms our selection. To start the workflow, all we have to do is click OK. It is that easy to approve documents in ELO. In the next step, William Johnson receives the task to approve the document. Once he's done that, the task is forwarded to Daniel Cooper. If a process goes beyond the simple approval or notification, you can use a workflow template in ELO. These templates are created once and can be reused as often as you like. For example, you can approve invoices or create electronic leave requests. In our example, Acme LLC would like to become a sales partner. We can use a workflow template for this. We're looking for the partnership request template. The request is first reviewed by the sales department. If any data is missing, it is completed in the next step. Then a contract is created and sent to the new sales partner. The template consists of different nodes that are connected. The process is started and then forwarded to the sales department. If the request is approved, customer service has to review and complete the data in the next step. The request is then forwarded to management. After management has given its approval, the contract is created automatically and customer service sends it to the new sales partner. To start the process, all we have to do is click OK. It's that easy to start complex processes in ELO. With workflow templates, you can make sure that all the required data has been entered. They help you make decisions much faster and create your own documents fully automatically. Everyone involved in a workflow receives a task in their tasks area. To make sure you don't overlook these tasks, you also receive an email notification. With your ELO client, you can access your tasks area right from the start screen. Simply click the Tasks tile. In the area on the left, you will find a list of tasks assigned to you. In our case, we've received various tasks from different users. The workflow step indicates the type of task. The owner column indicates who started the workflow. So that we can complete the task, we select the corresponding entry in the list. We are supposed to approve this document. Thanks to the integrated preview, we can review the document right here. We can complete the task by double-clicking the entry. We now have the option to either approve or reject the document. We can also enter a comment under Comments. We approve the document by clicking Approve. The task disappears from our tasks area and is forwarded to the next user. In ELO, you can also gather data over the course of a workflow. We can rate a candidate, for example. ELO provides a relevant form. We can enter the rating directly in this form. Clicking OK completes this task. It's that easy to complete tasks in ELO. We can enter data, approve documents, and forward information. Tasks can be completed faster, and you can see who did what and when at any time. This is exactly why you should digitize the processes in your company with ELO. Decisions are made much faster with the ELO workflow. The ad hoc workflow allows every user to start a quick and easy workflow. With the workflow templates, you can map constantly recurring processes. You can automate tasks which you now have to do manually. You get an overview of who has done what and when, even after years. And it saves time, which you can use for more important things. So that's it. This is a workflow, a set of tasks, decisions, and a goal. If you have any questions, then you can ask right now.